Another day, another major regime change for the United States of America. As the caption here reads, Rubio watching as the regime in Venezuela and Iran wobbles, as some people are saying Cuba's next, and it wouldn't surprise me if it will be, especially with the major support networks that Cuba has established in Venezuela. But when does the Don Roe doctrine end? As of course, a lot of people are calling this the official start to this, as Greenland and Mexico, as well as Colombia, were just warned, hey, we might be coming for that you-know-what. It's a nice rice and bean bath there that Maduro was taking with his empanadas. As now the question looms, what's next? And I think that's a very important question to ask here, since there's also a lot of lying and propaganda and just bullcrap being spread right now about what is actually happening in Venezuela. As we have to understand here, the initial type of official story that we're being told here to why this kind of regime change is necessary is also a lie. As Tucker Carlson came out saying the prospects of a regime change in Venezuela is like Viagra to Lindsey Graham. And he is definitely very happy today, as we wanted to discuss the real reasons. As, of course, there's a lot of nonsense out there. We're going to cut through the nonsense. We're going to give you an even-keeled, nuanced take here, because a lot of people are just like, yeah. And a lot of other people are like, no, it's all bad. In reality, the situation is far more nuanced and has a lot more to do, in my own personal opinion, with larger geopolitical rifts than it does with allegedly the drugs, which it's not about. And if you appreciate these types of nuanced conversations, subscribe, click the notification button. We're doing absolutely extremely well on this brand new channel that is kicking some major butt, predominantly because of you, and I can't thank you enough for that. Now, let's just get into it. We're having people share videos saying, horrific videos coming out of Venezuela. And he's being facetious here because it's really, allegedly, this is what we're being told here. These are Venezuela. Look, the Venezuelans are celebrating. That's from Chile. You could actually see a Chilean license plate and a Chilean police officer, as because that's not in Venezuela. A lot of people who fled Venezuela are happy because they fled a totalitarian, communistic, top-down, evil government, in my own personal opinion. Now, there's a lot of evil governments, but we're not really doing this about drugs. We're not really doing this about freedom. If this was about freedom, we would be going after the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom that's violating and destroying people's freedom. If this was about drugs, we would be going after Bill Clinton and all of his Iran-Contra cahoots who in Mena, Arkansas, were drug trafficking into the United States. That would be a good message to send off if that was really what this was all about, but it's not. Now, I think these type of timeline of events of what happened here is important, as, of course, China went to meet Maduro just hours before this major American operation. And you could see here the Chinese delegation, the diplomatic team of China meeting Maduro. China has long, extensive business, oil, energy, and defensive ties with Venezuela. And now there's scuttlebutt of allegedly Trump saying, yeah, you get Taiwan, we get Venezuela. Allegedly. Is that confirmed? No. Is that what could potentially possibly be going on here? Maybe. As right now, the timeline of these Chinese officials visiting and everything unfolding within the last few hours really are showing you how this was done at 4 a.m. in the morning. Now, a couple good things to note here. As, of course, I'm always hypercritical of power, especially when they lie to us. Don't lie to me. Just be honest with me. When you're lying to me, automatically I just distrust you, and I have some very serious concerns here. That's the bad. The good, no one from the American side was hurt here. How many Venezuelans were hurt, we do not know, but if it was a huge list of people, we would have probably heard about it. It looks like there was a major power center attacked. Some strikes were sent off, and then, with the help of the CIA, there was a surrender of Maduro that went very cleanly, very peacefully, and luckily no one, God willing, was hurt here. Thank goodness. And we see here helicopters in Caracas. There was allegedly one helicopter that was hit pretty hard, but it got back somehow as U.S. Special Forces, along with the CIA, created a situation where they probably bought off a bunch of people around Maduro, and they said, just tell us where he's going to be at. We're going to show up and just make sure resistance is futile. We show up, we capture him, we take him away, we extract him back to the United States, which he is headed there now, to the Southern District of New York, which is known for deep state connections. I'll just leave it at that, as Pam Bondi is charging him with machine gun possession. What? Yeah, I know. It's confusing. As a lot of people are talking about, that this was a special intel operation carried out here, coordinated with Chinook Black Hawk helicopters, the 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, called the Night Stalkers, allegedly, as they were able to penetrate urban terrain, contested airspace. They turned off their transponders. It looks like the Venezuelans, according to the official story, and again, these official stories always change very dramatically. It looks like the Venezuelans were looking at the transponders. The transponders were turned off. Last night, people reported, hey, there's a lot of pizza activity at the Pentagon, and the transponders are being turned off from U.S. military aircraft nationwide. What's going on here? And then, boom, limited strikes, and then a small military operation where luckily no one was hurt here. That's the good part. Now, what's really going on here? Because Trump gave a press conference, be like, it's the drugs. We know it's not the drugs. Now, before getting into that and a lot more, just really quickly, we have to pay the bills around here, and that's why we wanted to tell you about WeAreChange.shop. Our second most best-selling supplement is our fish oil. We only have 47 of them left. No joke. I just checked the stock. It's in my guest room. Creatine's our number one seller. We just got that in. It's selling fast, and we're worried about selling out fast again. But our fish oil is great. I really like fish oil. Dr. Andrew Huberman talked about how omega-3s very important for mental health.
I mean, in several double-blind placebo-controlled studies that I've read, it appears that getting 1,000 milligrams or more per day of EPA, so not just taking 1,000 milligrams of fish oil, but making sure that you're getting above that threshold of 1,000 milligrams of EPA from quality sources, compares just with similar effect as SSRIs, prescription antidepressants, but without the side effects, right? Which is incredible. And that if you are taking SSRIs, it allows you to take a much lower dose to still be effective. Sure. To me, like, incredible data.
Yeah, do your own homework, and that's why I'm bullish on fish oil. We make sure ours comes from small fish. Sorry, 2 just sold. 45 left of these fish oils. Get them while supplies last, and do your own homework before putting anything into your own body. Now, I told you the good, now the bad. This is bad for me. As Trump says, that the United States is going to be very strongly involved in Venezuela's oil industry, as Venezuela has about 300 billion barrels to 350 billion barrels, as of course I think this is a direct strike against Russia. But he also declared how we are now going to be running the country and having the U.S. military inside of Venezuela.
We're going to run the country until such time as we can do a safe, proper, and judicious transition. So
now, who's going to be that transitional power? Well, it looks like a WEF globalist is kind of positioning herself to be there, the same World Economic Forum that is ideologically opposed against Donald Trump here. Now, the celebration and vitriol is kind of weird here. Asmongold came out saying after the absolute blowout in Venezuela and previously with Iran, it becomes increasingly clear that the 20-year war in the Middle East was by design. As Robert Barnes even came out and declared, almost as if the deep state runs this administration, as he's retweeting Ian Smith, saying crazy how we kidnapped Maduro and his wife to stand trial in the United States, but Trump and co. can't get a single meaningful arrest for coup, voter fraud, Russian hoax, Epstein, Benghazi, J6, Biden corruption, Clinton corruption, Obama corruption, or literally anything. I would say the list of priorities would be cleaning house domestically first, right? Before we get into more stuff, how this regime change will play out will be the ultimate determinant if this was a good mission or bad mission. Now, history tells a bad tale of this endeavor. History tells a tale of this backfiring and hurting us. Will it be the same case? We don't know. That will be the ultimate deterrent here. But that's why, as we're being told lies to why this whole thing even started. This, as some people are celebrating this And I think it's a little bit too early to celebrate until we know the actual results, the actual mission, the actual reason why we're doing this. Because the actual real reason is a lie that we're being told officially over and over again. And I don't like being lied to. Donald Trump raising a lot of eyebrows saying, we're in the Middle East for oil. Just say that. Be honest with us. Level with us. Because the more you lie to us, the more we're kind of wondering, okay, now they're going to have a central bank. Who's going to be running that bank? Also, probably the people celebrating right now, as Nathan Rothschild is celebrating. Nick Fuentes is celebrating. Chris Pavlovsky is celebrating. Dan Bongino is celebrating. Alex Jones is celebrating. And I'm saying, hey, guys, hey, whoa, hold on there. You're joining Nathan Rothschild in celebration. Who conveniently, the big banking family says, well, a lot to learn here. And there's a lot of other fake news. There's people saying, look, the people of Venezuela. It's a Chevron in Miami. If you get things wrong, just admit you're wrong. I retweeted someone who was wrong, and I was like, hey, this is wrong, guys. Just admit it. It's okay. We all get it wrong. This is it. This is the video. That's actually from another power outage. Other people, but I didn't even have anything to do. I just asked the question, hey, what's the track record here of regime change, and how will it work out? And again, you get things wrong, just say it. It's okay. Glenn Greenwald says, just amazing to watch so many Americans swoon and cheer as if the United States won the war in Venezuela so quickly because it captured Maduro, like how the Iraq war ended with the capture of Saddam. Either the U.S. is now responsible for Venezuela or chaos and civil war will reign. And now it's like, yeah, we're going to be responsible for Venezuela. It's like, oh, we have a lot of things to be responsible for. We should be responsible to the American taxpayer. We should be responsible towards lowering the debt. Not printing money out of thin air, which is happening dramatically under Trump's administration, which is very worrisome for the global economy. As people say, no, this is a good move for the global economy. As he retweets Tulsi Gabbard from 2019, saying the United States needs to stay out of Venezuela. Let the Venezuelan people determine their future. We don't want other countries to choose our leaders, so we have to stop trying to choose theirs. Yeah, absolutely, 110%. Alex Stein says, I'm still confused what Venezuela did to provoke this attack. Is this about drugs? Well, if it is, the CIA trafficking in Mena, Arkansas, and why did we use the American troops to protect the poppy fields in Afghanistan? It's not about drugs. Trump just partying a major drug kingpin. Come on. J.D. Vance here, toting the line. Gosh darn it. Damn table keeps falling. Apologies for that. J.D. Vance keeps toting the official line, lying to us, and I think the more he does this, the more just reputational harm he does for people who are in the middle. As even, I think Nick Fuentes was even responding, saying, yeah, if we're going to be now running Venezuela, I think that's a bad move, after previously, of course, celebrating it. But J.D. Vance saying, no, we told them to stop the drug trafficking. It's not the drug trafficking. The drug trafficking is going to Europe. The drug trafficking to the United States is happening in Mexico. All right? Come on, let's just be real with ourselves. Stop lying to me. Like, bro, come on. Like, I'm not cheating on you, I promise. It's just, don't worry about all these people DMing me. Don't worry about me posting these thirst traps. Don't worry about me leaving and not telling you where I'm going. Don't worry about it. Yeah, right. Get out of here. Get out of here, you hoa. I'm sick of all these hoas out there. Dirty, foul-mouthed, disgusting, STD-filled whoas lying and trying to sell me a bag of lies. Look at the people of Venezuela celebrating. I don't see any. I see a lot of people lying about that. That's not happening. So let's be real with ourselves about where all of this is going to go, because this is going to be a complicated, difficult situation. One, to prosecute. There's going to be a lot of different precedents set here. And I think machine gun possessions, as Pam Bondi is going after him, and destructive device possession isn't going to stick. All right? That's just a weird thing to add in there. There's also a lot of people on Polymarket that very, very lucratively made a lot of money off of this stuff. Made a bunch of money. Who was it? How did they know? Was there insider trading? Probably. Let's listen. I'm still here being like, hey, we have a lot of other priorities to take care of, which we should be taking care of. Why aren't we doing that? As, of course, there's still a lot of bad actors out there that, in my opinion, need to be held accountable. And now, of course, enters this new leader that a lot of people expect to take over. Now, will she? Trump said, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. But if she does, the globalists, the banksters, the internationalists will have full control of this. And the people who are celebrating this need to ask themselves, how does this benefit the average American? And if you have a legit answer, okay, I get it. Maybe the price of energy will go down dramatically. Maybe there'll be enough. And this is the steel man argument here. And you need to steel man, straw man. Maybe, potentially, there's going to be maximum pressure put on Russia now, especially if you release all of the oil into the market. The Russian economy goes down. The Iranian economy goes down. The Saudi Arabian economy goes down. American economy, international trade goods is good. And then we're able to end the conflict. But again, this administration has been financing the conflict in Israel and Ukraine and has been paying for it, especially with their latest National Defense Authorization Act. And if you invest money into a hammer, you're going to look for nails. You're not going to look for a way to not need a hammer when you're investing in a hammer, and you are that hammer. Now, again, now people are like, oh, it was for national security. It was because of Iran. As, of course, we have Bibi Netanyahu talking about, oh, yeah, look, Iran. Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh. And I'm like, oh, come on. Now, listen, China, Russia didn't stop this kind of overthrow. It'll be interesting to know the back channeling conversations between Russia and China. There's probably some kind of deal made here. Bibi is very happy. The neocons are really happy. Some of the MAGA rights are really happy. And I'm saying, I'll just wait. And again, if I'm wrong, I will eat my words and I will gladly do it. And I will be proud that, hey, at least it didn't go as disastrously as it did all these other times. Now, some would say I'm a little bit of a negative Nancy. I would say I'm more of a noticer. I notice, like, what's happening here. The next 72 hours are going to be very critical for Venezuela, for the United States. We're going to see the role the United States is going to be playing, how the U.S. military will be treated there, what is going to be happening with the future political leadership of that country. Will there be an election? Will someone be installed in there? As other people are saying, there's a big possibility here that now Taiwan is going to be in the hands of China. Other people are saying, no, this is actually going to scare away China. Now, Donald Trump is the first president to bomb 7 countries in just 1 year. And when we look at his record, Somalia, Yemen, Syria, Iraq, Iran, Nigeria, Venezuela, it's a mixed record, right? Because it's still not the same kind of like Bush one that was just absolutely idiotic and stupid. It's more of a new doctrine that's different, right? Nigeria, there's a lot of people targeting Christians there. Venezuela, 29 bombs of boats, limited strikes on land, a quick CIA operation, and luckily no one was hurt here. As President Trump says, well, now maybe Mexico's going to be on it, maybe Colombia. And of course, this will create a chilling effect with governments in Mexico, with governments in Colombia. As of course, Donald Trump has accused the president of Colombia of being an international drug trafficker too. Other people are saying, look, a lot of this stuff is really helping out the banks and the oil cartels and the special interest groups and the globalists. Other people are arguing, no, it's a nationalistic thought. What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section down below. Again, we bombed Venezuela, we bombed Iran, we bombed Yemen. People are saying, where are the mass deportations? Some people are saying they're coming. There's an increase in government spending, but also government printing money. No notable arrests or prosecutions of the deep state. Susie Wiles is like, yeah, I made a deal with Trump not to do it. Koof shot still on the market. I don't know why. We still don't know what exactly happened with Kirk, with Epstein, with Thomas Crooks. We don't know what happened with in Las Vegas. And if there ever was a time to uncover the deep state type of involvement of all those things, it is now. And I would say that would be the priority over, of course, promoting and doing regime change in foreign countries and now being involved in other endeavors. Deporting green card holders, critical of the war in Gaza. Yeah, I think that's also a misstep here. Telling international courts not to go after Bibi. Also, let the courts play out. And again, the list kind of goes on and on here. As, Trump did promise this just a couple hours ago. Call in the bomb strikes. Let's go. Bring in CIA SEAL Team 6. Let's go take them out. I think we're stuck in some very peculiar times that are going to be extraordinary, and I am strapped in for it. We're going to be reporting and talking about it honestly here on this brand new channel. Subscribe, click the notification button. But I wanted to ask you, what do you think? Is this a move that is globalistic in nature, or is this a move that is nationalistic in nature? What do you think? As of course, I think the next few months, the next few years are going to be very interesting for all of us, as this is a meme that reads, me and my friends trying to figure out if we should be getting ready for a global conflict, AI takeover, or economic collapse, or all of it. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's kind of looking at each other like, what is it? I don't know. Hopefully none of those things. Hopefully peace prevails. Hopefully the people of Venezuela and hopefully this administration did the right thing. We'll see how it plays out. Then we could be the determinate judge maker. History tells a different tale. That's why I think we should be a little bit more skeptical. That's just my 2 cents. If you agree, share this video. Let's start the conversation down in the comment section below. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys watching, subscribing, and supporting this brand new channel. And this is why I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. All here exclusively on youtube.com/wearechanged.